This is the opportunity for the public to be heard on any general topic of relevance to the operation of Hernando County schools.
This was the scene at an 8-hour-long school board meeting in Hernando County, Florida, last year.
School is meant for teaching subjects. It is not meant for teaching sexual preference.
I'm not up here to turn your kids transgender. I'm not contagious. I'm up here to tell the school board to do better and to start caring about all types of students.
I've been sitting here tonight and I'm appalled by how many gay people are here.
At the time, the county was making national headlines after a school board member reported a 5th-grade teacher for showing a Disney movie with an openly gay lead character.
Is a character in the movie LGBTQ? Absolutely. Is that why I showed it? No.
As a leader in this community, I'm not going to stand by and allow this minority to infiltrate our schools.
That same month, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed into law his Let Kids Be Kids package of bills, which included an expansion of the controversial law dubbed by critics as Don't Say Gay.
Like, you don't go to a job interview and you're like, I'm gay, is that all right? But you might want to if you're a teacher.
Just give me a clap.
Yep.
Over the course of one school year,
oh no. Oh my gosh.
NBC News followed 2 teachers whose lives were impacted by these laws.
The answer to all of these questions is I don't follow the rules. I don't care what Ron DeSantis says.
Thank you. Alyssa. Okay.
Hi, Alyssa Morano, Spring Hill, teacher at Nature Coast for one more day. No one is teaching your kids to be gay. Sometimes they just are gay.
That school board meeting in the spring was also Alyssa Morano's last. She's one of the teachers who left at the end of the 2022-23 school year because of the climate in the county and the state, adding to a statewide teacher shortage.
Once some things started to change in our state, I was like, I don't know how much longer I can do this.
Who is coming through? Oh, you gotta do a dancey dance. That's the rule. That's the rule. What's up, Brandon? How are you?
Instead of going back to school, Alyssa started full-time as a customer experience and marketing manager at a local gym.
Come on, JB, let's go. Come on.
To stand in front and be like, yes, I'm a teacher. Like, I'll still say that today. Like, heck yes, I'm a teacher and I'm a good one. But some other people are not in agreement with that because I'm gay. I haven't yet personally been attacked for it, but I don't want to be. I want to be able to return to the classroom when it's a safe space for me to just teach my kids. I had to take myself out of that because the stress is just it's too great.
At least get me one more question.
Okay, you able to do that one again, sir?
Yeah, I'll do that one again. All right. We good?
Ian Wald's a digital cinema production teacher at Nature Coast High, where Alyssa used to work. He grew up in Hernando County and has been teaching there for 15 years.
I took down a rainbow. I had a 6x6 square, like this big, that was a rainbow that I just put behind my desk.
We're not going to be a county that's going to have that stuff up.
In addition to reporting the teacher for showing that Disney movie, school board member Shannon Rodriguez, who was endorsed by conservative parental rights group Moms for Liberty, also called out teachers for putting up items in their classrooms that showed support for the LGBTQ+ community.
You cannot have items that violates the state law. That's from the governor, that's from Tallahassee.
In an email, the superintendent advised staff that displaying any material that does not align to instruction is prohibited. He later clarified that they should not display any items that could be considered classroom instruction on sexual orientation or gender identity, like flags, posters, or stickers.
I want us to be a county that we can hold our head up high and say we don't indoctrinate.
I wasn't trying to convert anybody. I was just trying to let students know that they were safe within my classroom. You know what I mean? So.
Part of that spring package of bills DeSantis signed dealt with student and teacher pronouns and titles. As a result, school districts had to come up with procedures for parents to specify any change from their child's legal name at school to ensure transparency.
There's some good sun up there for sure, too.
Does it look good?
No, it's fire.
Okay, go. I'm not even gonna question it.
All right, flying on set. Row A, scene montage.
Jonathan can't be called John, right? And Harold can't be called Harry, which is wild, but it feels like that was not the intention of the law. It feels like the intention of the law was to put more stipulations and punishments on students that want to be called other names because that's who they believe that they are, deep inside of them. Dude, that was nuts. I don't care what your name is. Do you think I love you? Because that's what I want. Like, I want you to realize that I love you as a human being. If I'm constantly battling you and not making you feel accepted, how am I gonna expect for you to be attentive and learn in my classroom?
All right, here we go, ready? It's a wrap! Yay!
Kids do not care how much you know till they know how much you care.
Even though she quit teaching, Alyssa's still involved with her old school, working as a cheer coach.
No part of me disliked teaching. I loved teaching. I feel some guilt. I feel some guilt about leaving because I know that there are students like me at school who are gay, and they're not like we had a pact or anything before, but I felt like, if a kid knew I was gay and they could see me succeeding in life, they're more hopeful.
Have you thought about coming back at all?
Oh. I think about it every day.
Exactly.
All my school supplies. Tomorrow's my first day of school. I did not think that I would say that again. That's a lie. I knew I'd say that again. Too fun. When I decided to leave at the end of last year, there were so many emotions, and it was really just a heavy time, and it was just very heavy, so I had to put it down. And I'm picking it up, hopefully a little lighter. There's just something about teaching. There's just something that I'm a teacher. Ready to go. I hate to sound so cliche, but there really is nothing like that moment when a kid just finally, something clicks for them, and being the person to help that happen, there's nothing like it. Any kid, any parent, any coworker, anyone can say whatever they want, and I don't know how far it has to travel up the hierarchy before they're like, yeah, this slid across my desk on a Post-it, you're fired. It is a risk that I'm willing to take because the kids deserve better, and potentially that might be me.
Hold it like you're gonna throw it, and then just throw it gently back here. Set, go. There it is. That's how it's done. Super excited that Alyssa is coming back. She left during such a bad time. I think as long as you're not causing ripples right now, you're pretty much being left alone. We do have some new policies, notably the new movie approval form that affects my classroom. I was told by someone in the school district that in the meantime, from August until the form came out, I was told just make sure it's not gay or violent. But if you're gonna do it, you have to go to the top. To have to continually deal with new political agendas and new political things that keep arising and being thrust upon us teachers or making us teachers follow, was very frustrating at first, but now, kind of getting desensitized to it. It's sort of that wave analogy, just duck my head, get through it, and move on.
A few months after Alyssa returned to the classroom, a settlement clarified what critics have named the Don't Say Gay law. Teachers can talk about sexual orientation and gender identity in the classroom as long as it's not part of instruction. Meaning they can talk about their identity and put up flags and pins supporting the LGBTQ+ community.
Returning to the classroom, I felt a little better about it because there was some clarification, but also I was never doing anything wrong in the first place, so I shouldn't have been scared. I am not just running around my classroom with a rainbow flag being like, I'm your gay science teacher, I'm your gay math teacher. No, like, I'm just your teacher. I also happen to be gay.
But while the settlement helped clarify some things, the use of students' legal names versus chosen names is still creating some anxiety.
I am going to follow the laws in such a way that I will not be disrespecting students for who they are and who they tell me that they are. Interpret that how you will.
It's just like anything in this world. We don't know what's happening down the road sometimes until you go see it for yourself. So to understand what's happening in Hernando County would maybe lead you to believe that it's probably happening elsewhere as well.
I think it's a great, I don't want to say experiment, because this is people's lives. Like, it was my life. I left teaching for a little bit because of this, and it's a great lesson in what if and what not to do. Like, you can look at this time and go, what should they have done? What could they have done? And how can we prevent it in our district?